Hello and welcome to another session of Talk with ECM. My name is Elizabeth and I'm glad you're here. Today we're talking about my course, Roadmap to Success. It's May 19th and I have some people here who just finished the course. In fact, today is day 5, the final day of the course. And our challenge today is to talk about it. So I have some questions prepared and you'll get to learn a little bit about the course as well. So now I'm going to open it up and I would like each person to introduce themselves. So I would like you to introduce yourself, tell us your name, your country, and the country can be where you're from, where you live, where your heart is. You may answer that as you wish. And then if you've completed the task, tell us your roadmap to success, that sentence, that final conclusion that you can created. So I'll go first. My name is Elizabeth, and I'm from the USA, but now I live in Europe. I live in Austria. So I will ask Nima to introduce himself first. So Nima, please introduce yourself.
Yes, Miss Elizabeth. Hello, everyone. My name is Nima. I'm from Nepal, but currently I'm staying in India, and I'm a student. And the city that I live is called Mysore. So thank you very much.
Great. And did you write a final sentence for your roadmap to success course?
Uh, no, not yet.
Oh,
I have.
no, that's okay. Maybe we can help you today. But thank you for introducing yourself. And now,
Yes.
welcome. And Rochelle, please introduce yourself.
Yes, hello everyone. I'm Rochelle and I'm from Philippines. And this is I think my fourth time to be in Roadmap to Success. I love always being here because I had a time and opportunity to revise my roadmap to success, even my goals if it is not fit for me. So my roadmap to success is just simple. So my goal is to be a great communicator. Be a simple goal of for me to understand the speaker and be understood. And I can't. My roadmap to success is to practice every day and control my anxiety, be mindful at the moment, and organize my schedule. Sometimes I need to reduce my online courses, to drop some of it so I can have more time to focus more on what is important. So just that's it.
Great. Thank you so much. And yes, Rochelle has been here a few times, and I really appreciate that about her because I've seen her work through the course and develop and grow with the course. And it's really exciting to see her goals change and to see her focus change. And I also think, Rochelle, you pointed out some very useful things just now about needing to focus rather than being overwhelmed with so many things, and filling our schedule up with many things kind of creates a chaos or a cloud that makes it difficult for us to progress. I think it's a wonderful thing that you're discovering through this course. So I'm really happy to hear that. Thank you. Thank you both for introducing yourselves. And now I have some questions for you about the course. And perhaps, Nima, this will help you to get to a clear statement as Rochelle did. She did an excellent job, so thank you for that. So you've been through the course and you've done all 5 days. Actually, I didn't see any comments this time from either of you. So let me ask that question first. Did you do all 5 days? Did you complete the course? Let me ask Rochelle first.
I just check the course because I think I don't need yet to revise my roadmap and goals because the last time I'm here is on like March 7th this year. So it's still the same as of now. And I'm still doing my best to perform all my roadmap to success. That's it.
Great, thanks. And Nima, were you able to do each of the 5 days?
Well, actually, I'm able to do, but the problem is that I was uh, actually I like those writing. It's very much in the first in the previous one I've written almost I think 3 days course. But this time I was unable to do sort of things. My mind was not in a focus in here, so I've got some hindrance or the obstacles which made me not to comment. So I think I've just written one yesterday's. I think the fourth, yeah, the fourth day's comment I've written there. I'm just I'm trying to write today's. So it was great, but some obstacles occurs. I hope it won't happen in the future.
So you have a similar experience with Rochelle. This is not your first time here, so you're taking it again and trying to dig deeper. Is that correct?
Yeah, this is my second time, but the live session that last time I could not attend you is in the live session. But today I luckily got into this because Rachel has informed me, because it's really difficult for me to set about the time, but this is a perfect time for me.
Good. I'm glad to hear that. Yeah, it's a bit tricky because people are joining this session from all over the world. So getting everyone from different time zones to have the correct time is a bit tricky. So I'm really glad you were able to do that. And thank you,
Yeah.
Rochelle, for that help and support. Good. So it sounds like also for you.
You're welcome.
Yeah. And it sounds
That's my daughter.
Mhm.
And it sounds like also for you, Nima, taking the course again is beneficial and it's helpful. So for anyone
Yeah,
watching, go ahead.
I really appreciate. I really appreciate. But the comment that I could not do is some obstacles. So, but I'm really looking forward to help others to join in this group. I'm really great. I have some friends who are really interested to join those groups. So I would encourage. I think I have two of them. They can speak a nice English, and so I really like to join to this group. And I'm looking forward to help. I like to help others. That is how I improve my English, by helping others.
That's
Yeah.
great. That's wonderful. Yeah, it sounds like I agree with you. I would love to welcome more people in, have more people communicating together. And I think if I hear you correctly, helping others gives you with passion helps you also improve your own English. So it's a
Yeah,
win-win situation.
yeah. That is what I'm thinking. This is because I like to teach others, because teaching others is the best way to learn English, and or every subject, whatever it may be.
That's a great point. And that reminds me of something we talked about in the course. I don't know if you did it. It would have been, let me double check. So it's about day 2, your strengths. What's inside you? And it sounds like for you, helping others and teaching others is one of your strengths that you can use
Yeah,
to help yourself.
yeah. That is really what I'm looking forward in the future as a teacher.
Mhm. Excellent. So I have a list of questions here. Let me ask some more questions. What did you learn this time? What was something new for you? Some new thing that made you say, aha, this will help me. And I guess we'll start with Nima, please.
Well, I like reading, writing, and speaking. These four are the things that made always to more influence in English, especially speaking, reading, and writing. Those are the main thing that I'm focused on right now.
Great. So focusing on those four pillars, the reading, writing,
Yes.
listening, and speaking. Excellent.
Yes.
And Rochelle, as you said, you've done this several times. What was something new for you or something that you, had an aha moment this time?
Aha moment is like looking into my strength. And when I look at my strength, I'm not really focused on English. I look my strength deep inside me, which is uh, design and social media, and how I can use it to learn English. So while creating designs for a poster, I'm I'm being careful of the grammar, punctuation, and everything. And in social media, I created a Facebook group wherein we conduct a messenger, or we created also a messenger group wherein we're sending voice clips. So throughout the roadmap of success, I'm always saying that I can't find a speaking partner because of different time zone. I'm having a hard time following their schedules because they were not as flexible as me, or as flexible as my time is. So right now I'm happy that even though I can't practice live with other person or members, I can still practice every day, even just like a second, even one, just a second, not even a minute, just sending voice clips every day. So that's my aha moment. And some of them are also from here, from the Talk with SM Roadmap to Success.
I think that's great. Rochelle's doing a lot of work, and she's thinking not just what are my strengths in English, but she's thinking outside the box and using her strengths from her life and try to figure out how she can use those to help her improve her English as well, exactly like she said. And she started a really excellent group on Facebook. In fact, Rochelle, can you tell us the name of that? I'll put the link when I post this video online so that people can join. So if you can tell us the name.
Wow. The name of my group is Active English Speaking Group. And we focus on speaking and helping others to speak even or regardless of our English level. So if you want to join us, please.
Yeah, I'll put the link below when I post the video because I think it's a great group. I've been
Thanks.
watching it and I'd like to support it as well. And as she said,
Thank
there's a
you.
lot of people, you're welcome. There's a lot of people that are in both groups, both Roadmap to Success and her Active English Speaking group. And it's a great system. So my next question, so you both had some aha moments, and that's really good. And you talked about how that will help you in the future. So that's really great. And I'm super excited about that. In the course, each day I gave you action steps, things that I wanted you to do, steps I wanted you to take to help you improve and move forward in the course. So my first question is, as you've both taken it more than once, this time, which action step was the most helpful for you? Let's begin with Rochelle.
Action step. I think the day 3, which is the strength. Like what I said earlier, it helps me find ways on how I can learn English through what I'm good at, not only in English itself, but outside the English language. That's it.
I think that's great. And I'm glad you mentioned it again, because I think that's often an aha moment for many people. When thinking about learning English or improving English, we focus on our skills in that one area, and we often forget about all the things that we can already do and we're already good at that can help us and that they can build on each other. And so only focusing, oh, my English is poor, ooh, I can't speak English, can be frustrating. So I'm really glad to hear you're able to pull in all of the great things you have already happening to make a good package for yourself. So that's great. Let me ask Nima. So which action step was most helpful for you?
Well, for me, is the communication with the different members in the group. It makes me really, really happy and also free to express whatever I like to express. So I have joined many groups in the Facebook and also in the Messenger, and I have a lot of friends, and also I have a lot of friends requesting me. So I like to write a lot, some essay or some article or describing about something that I love. So from that point of view, I think I'm progressing day by day, and also a session like this, it really helps me a lot. And now I can speak quite fluently in English. I'm not murmuring. In the previous time, I used to murmur a lot, and about something like that. But now it seems that I can speak quite clear, and also the listener can hear me even though my sound is not that good, but I'm happy with my achievement.
Excellent, excellent. So if I hear you correctly, it sounds like the action step that was most helpful for you is day 5, the live session where we get to speak
Yes,
together.
yes,
That's
really,
great.
that's
I'm glad to
yeah,
hear it. And I'm also glad to hear that you're reaching out to other groups and practicing, and you've already seen growth and improvement. And as you said, you have an achievement. You got rid of a lot of the ooh, ooh, stuttering.
yes,
Excellent. That's
yeah.
fantastic. I'm so glad to hear it.
Thank you.
And often the best way to improve that is practice. Keep speaking, even when it's uncomfortable. So I'm glad to hear you're able to achieve that. Which action step was the most challenging for you? And I'll start with Nima this time. Which action step was the most challenging for you?
And, that's I think that the first day and the second day it was very challenging for me because all this it comes I have to write everything in the comment about that, and it was really like my English history that I really how I overcome my English and how I struggle for my English, and how should we avoid certain things to learn English, and how should we develop some new ideas to learn English, each and everything that is really really helpful to me in the first and the second.
Yes, I remember reading your comment. It was really good, and I found it inspiring to hear your story. So I'm really glad you took the time and faced the challenge so you could do that.
Thank you. Yes.
And Rochelle, which action step was most challenging for you this time?
I struggled with always with the weaknesses because it's hard to admit that you have lost, and it's hard to go back to those uh, circumstances and struggles. Thank you.
Yeah, I agree. I think for me personally, that's often my biggest challenge as well. I think I even write that in there. Like it's when I see the list, it's like it's scary because it's all these things that it's all the excuses and all the reasons I give and all the ways I convince myself that I can't succeed. And then when I see it all written down, I start to believe it, which is they're not true. They're excuses. They're not true. But yeah, I find it challenging, really challenging for me. So I'm glad you pointed that out. this is the final day, day 5 of our roadmap to success. And I gave you challenges and action steps and input each and every day. Now we're at the end of the course, and my question for you is, what is your next action step? Rochelle?
My next action step is to continue practicing every day. Maybe right now I'm practicing like 5 minutes. Then I will increase the frequency gradually. Then maybe next time if we can meet again, I can show my face because every time I'm attending your course and this session, I'm always hiding myself because it's hard to speak when someone is looking at you, really. So right now I'm comfortable speaking. I'm not really sure if it is the same if I open my camera. So next time I hope I can show my face.
That's great. I like your plan. So you want to gradually increase the amount of time you practice each day, and you want to challenge yourself and be more vulnerable to use video. I applaud that. Yes. Welcome. I think that would be a great challenge. I know for a lot of people, including the video and seeing your face and speaking English all at the same time can be overwhelming. Absolutely. And I think it's a good challenge. I support you in that. Great. And Nima, what is your next action step?
While reading, writing, and speaking is the main pillar, yes, you have mentioned me earlier. And what the next is that I really love to have friends to join in this session, especially your session, Miss Elizabeth, and also Rachel active English speaking. There I want to join some of my friends, close friends over there, and they really speak nice and they really are interested to learn. So someone who are really interested to learn English, I'm always ready there to help them to join and to help them whatever they need, because this give me not only uh, the way of learning but also from the human what do you call this, humanitarian point of view. And when we think from that point of view, we really get a happiness to help others. This is what I'm looking forward. Like yourself, you are doing that's great. So I really like to help both of you, Rachel and Miss Elizabeth, of course. So I'm just following your advice, and you are doing a free. So I really love to give others a free.
Great.
So that's yeah.
Yeah, helping each other. It's a great idea. When you have the time and the ability and the passion, absolutely. That's great. I'm glad to hear that's your next action step, and I look forward to seeing the results of both of your action steps.
Can I have a question, Miss Elizabeth?
Yes.
I really like to improve my writing, and the topic I like is about the essay writing and the article and to write. I like to write a lot, and I'm looking forward to write some book. I like to write, but is there any other method to improve writing? I mean, I think I am quite poor in grammatical mistake. So, but I like writing. I'm very focused on writing, and I need some advice from you, if it is possible.
Certainly, certainly. I'm happy to help with that. In fact, yeah, let me answer that right now. I think you mentioned something earlier about the 4 pillars of learning English, or the 4 pillars of English skills. There's the reading, writing, listening, and speaking. So these are the four big things that we want to be able to do in English. There are other things, absolutely, that are important, pronunciation and many things, grammar. But these are the four areas that are tangible and easier to focus on. And your question is how to improve writing. And I want to go back to the answer you gave me just a few minutes ago about how you improved your speaking. And you told me to improve your speaking, you practiced, and you kept trying it even when it was uncomfortable.
Yes.
And it improved. And now you can say, yes, I see an improvement. I feel the improvement. I have an achievement, and it feels great.
Yes.
And for those of you who want to improve your speaking, I recommend you do exactly that. And one tip, I recommend that you record yourself. That way you can compare over time how it improves. So Nima, for you, I'd like to say for writing, I recommend something quite similar. Begin writing. If it's not perfect, it's okay. Begin writing the essays you want. Think about the topics, think about development, and write it, and then post it, and then continue writing. Maybe you want to post it
Yes.
in a public place, or maybe you want to keep it private in a journal or something for you alone, but keep
Yes.
practicing.
Thank you. Yes, I'm doing that. I've been writing a lot of things. For example, if someone's birthday is on Facebook, then I wish him all the praising word and everything with the helping words and everything. And it some of the members are they said that it's very inspiring, and my writing are very inspiring. So I do not know exactly, but they seems to be happy with my writing. So I'm really focused on that.
I just also want to give advice to Nima about writing. If I were you, create a blog. It's free, so you don't have to worry about that. Although it doesn't have a domain name, you can create your unique domain name, but still blogging is a good way to improve your writing.
But before we leave, I want to give you each a minute or two for closing words. Is there anything you'd like to say before we go? And let's start with Nima.
Well, I have joined. This is my first time live session to join in this group and speaking with the English native speaker like you, Miss Elizabeth. It was a fantastic day and a wonderful day to meet you over here, and I really like to thank you very much. And I want to say all the members, whoever see this video, I hope they enjoy it, and they can, if they want, they can join here free. It's a free, so I really love. And it doesn't mean that I don't want to pay or something like that, but it's a hard time for me because we have a lot of system about the credit card and this and that. So it's a quite headache for me for to use those credit card. So in India, we don't usually use credit card. So that is a problem to learn in the online. But this is very helpful to me. So thank you very much.
You're welcome. Yes, I remember we talked about that. And so you're absolutely welcome in the course. And as you said, others are welcome as well. Great. And Rochelle, any closing words for you?
Yes, I'm always thankful for Miss Elizabeth for giving us always a free session and the roadmap to success. And for those people who are watching this, because I know you're gonna replay it, I'm encouraging you to join Miss Elizabeth Roadmap to Success because it's helpful not only for you, but you can also uh, help others by sharing what you have learned here, and it's free like what Nima said, so don't miss this opportunity. It's just once in a lifetime, so don't miss it. Thank you.
Great. Thank you both. And for my closing words, I want to say thank you to both of you for joining me here, for going through the roadmap to success, and not only once, 2, 3 times. I am really glad to hear that you're investing your time and making the effort, and that you're getting the benefit for yourself, because that's the goal. That's why we're doing it. We want to help others improve their English, focus on their goals, focus on their learning, so that we can all improve and communicate together. So again, thank you very much for being here today. And thank you to those of you who are watching this as a recorded session. I hope to see you next time here. Talk with ECM and the Roadmap to Success. Thank you.
Thank you and welcome.
Thank you.